Hello and welcome everyone to Entrepreneurship Sports Generation, ESG as we all know it. This is the Goa National Finals and we are delighted to have you all here with us. Thank you for your time. We have a really exciting leg of the tournament planned for you today, and we will shortly introduce to you what ESG is. But first of all, it is important that we thank our amazing partners and regional organizers, FIRE, Forum for Innovation, Incubation, Research and Entrepreneurship Goa. Without them, this event would have not been possible. So a huge shout out to Team FIRE. We have Renu from there joining us. So thank you for all your assistance and this great partnership. So proceeding now. Over the next decade, we need to create over 1 billion new jobs and ensure we leave a better planet for the future generations, as highlighted by the 17 UN SDGs. We believe that entrepreneurial initiatives are the solution to these pressing issues. As the official accelerators of World's To-Do list, an initiative launched during the 76th UN General Assembly, the ESG community is on a mission to help the entrepreneurs grow and become global enterprises, creating the better future we all aspire for. ESG is a flagship initiative of the Global Education and Leadership Foundation, TGEL for short. At TGEL, we have been working over the past 2 decades to groom ethical and altruistic leaders globally. Through our entrepreneurship initiatives in the past 5 years, we have impacted more than 500,000 startups globally. For us at TGEL, supporting entrepreneurship and innovation has always been one of the core areas of operation. For ESG, we have put together a reward baskets for all participants globally. As you all can see, ESG reimagines entrepreneurship as sport. The format of the competition is a uniquely designed year-long multi-level and tier competition consisting of city, national, and confederation events that concludes with an action-packed, highly produced, entirely virtual global finals. We express our gratitude to all our partners who have joined hands with us. We commit to collectively support all our enterprises who have become a part of the ESG movement in achieving global scale and reach. Just to note, you can see the reward basket right in front of you with the rewards displayed on the screen according to the stages. Now, as the event is a multi-layered event with multiple phases, you need to register on the platform for you to unlock any of the rewards that you would be eligible for. So I kindly request all the entrepreneurs, if after the event, they can complete their registration on the platform. Also kindly note that these rewards would be unlocked only once we have concluded with the global finals to ensure that you get the right rewards that you are eligible for as you proceed to the next stages. So let's begin the movement as we all come together today for a common pitch and a common call to action. Let's play for the planet. Today, we are pleased to have 3 jury members who are experts in their fields, and it is my absolute pleasure to introduce them. Beginning with Lippy Panchmaya. Lippy is a chartered accountant with a bachelor's degree in commerce. Her previous roles have been in auditing and compliance, and currently she has been leading the portfolio of 80 plus companies at 100x.vc. She works closely with the portfolio startups from due diligence to investor updates, financials, and fundraising. It is a pleasure to have you here, Lippy. Next up, we have Mr. Robert Lobo, who is a venture partner. Robert curates innovative entrepreneurial ideas, builds and nurtures business teams, mentors and groups next-gen leaders like yourself. and founding teams. He engages with brilliant young minds in the startup world and curate and mentor their ideas. It's a pleasure to have you here, Robert. Welcome to ESG 2022. Next up, we have Mr. Vikrant Karandikar. Vikrant is an architect, entrepreneur, senior management team member in global IT services firms and mentors startups. He has worked in various operational, global business development, and strategic roles. Vikrant is also a mentor with the Niti Aayog's Atal Innovation Center Fire Goa and 91 Springboard. He has consulted award-winning tech and design startups spanning across virtual reality, geospatial and technology, edtech, and many more. It's a pleasure to have you here, Vikrant. Thank you so much for being here. And before now we proceed to our pitches, I would quickly like to remind you of our rules today. Right, it's all here on your screen, but I'll just take you through it. You will have 3 minutes to pitch and 3 minutes for the Q&A session with the jury. I am sure that you have been briefed about the timings, etc. And you would be, we would really recommend that you do not exceed the time that has been assigned to you. You will be controlling your presentation unless, of course, there is some tech challenges, and then we can do it for you. And please keep yourself on mute when not speaking and keep your video on when presenting to ensure an interactive experience. I hope we are all good with our mics and we are all good with our videos, and the closed captioning is working. And now, without further ado, let us proceed to the pitches for today. Lippy, you would be pitching first, so it is your time to pitch. If you are ready, then the time begins now.
Hello, I hope you can hear me. Uh, at Lippy, we build fastest mobile keyboards for Indic languages. The goal is to reach those Indians who do not read or write in English. The problem is that non-Latin languages are very difficult to access on mobile platforms. Now, given that 80% Indians do not read or write in English, it means that about 1 billion Indians are essentially locked out of using Roman script-based English layouts, which are common on mobile platforms. This is quite different from India, China, or Japan, where entire ecosystems are in their own languages. Effectively, India has this digital apartheid for those people who do not read or write in English. Now, existing solutions leave huge gaps. You either have Roman layouts, which are not useful at all, or the Indic layouts, which are clumsy, slow, and just plain frustrating. We're talking about a 400 million plus population which has done 7+ years of education in their own mother tongue. They're working, have smartphones, and aspiring to use them. Now, our prime targets are young and middle-aged Indians from tier 2, tier 3 cities. Now stuck. Sorry about that, but my presentation is stuck on this side. All right. Okay. The solution we offer in Lippy Keyboard has a very innovative method. The layout is simple, just as in what we see in school, what we call Varnamala. These are Indic consonants in proper order, Ka, Kha, Ga, Ga, Cha, 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 we all know. The way we add matras and write on piece of paper, like shown in J, is to add a matra, E ki matra, and you see on the rightmost figure how G is written with an added matra on the character. In the central figure shows how we do it with Lippy Keyboard. We just place a finger on J and drag it exactly the way the matra is written on a piece of paper. There are 12 such unique matras for various different vowels. We can gestures for various matras that you can add different vowels. Now, given these matras gestures are very close to handwritten matras, the learning curve is very shallow. It's easy to use the keyboard. And we can now add machine learning for gestures, autocorrect, auto-suggest, etc. Lippy Indic Devanagari keyboard is actually live on Play Store as we speak. In past few months, we have been excellent traction. What you see in the middle figure here, you see our returning users going up by a factor of 4. It's 300 plus percent plus increase in our returning users. On the left-hand side, it shows the actual product. The layout shows color-coded consonant layouts, which is easy to find your consonant to typing. There's English keyboard included for any other English typing as well. What we see are people have been typing slowly more and more. Now we see close to 1,000 users. This figure is already old. We have monthly active users of more than 15,000. Daily 20,000 plus words have been typed by people who are actually very old. Our prime users are people in the age bracket between 35 to 65 plus. They come from tier 2, tier 3 cities as we thought they would be. So we understand our market very well. Now there is a market adoption has two strategies, and what we show here is the language map of India. You see there's a huge gap in market for local languages. Hindi, there's no uniform Hindi. We talk about Maithili, Maghi, Marwadi, and so on. So idea is to establish our solution with two languages, Hindi and Bengali, and then to scale across India and capture wider market. The other way is to actually partner with established players for localization. We seek $1.4 million to support keyboards in Hindi and Bengali and scale to 30,000 users to be serviced every day, typing billions of words in a year. And there are various ways
I'm
we can
sorry,
make
Ashish,
revenue.
but your time is up.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for your pitch. We proceed to the jury briefing, jury comments now and questions.
Hello, yeah, any questions?
What's the revenue model here? Like, how would you earn going
There are three
forward?
streams. There are three streams. One is you create ads or freemium services. That's a short-term one. But we have OEM licensing with established players like Vivo or Samsung. That will be way to scale our app as well to hundreds of millions of users. But long-term plan is to do business insights from text analytics because people will be typing across India, and what they need, what they desire will now drive the way businesses see opportunity in the market. And this is a new kind of market because these people have never typed with their mobiles before. They have not used mobile services at all. So we are going to really have a different demographic coming online, and we would like to get insights about them and their behavior. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you.
What other scripts other than Devanagari have you tested it with? Let's say Arabic or any of the other South Indian.
We are right now working with Kannada. We have tested it already, as in we have alpha version ready, but it needs to get polished before we can actually release it in beta. But we are working on that part first because there is a clear market in India. We are focused on India primarily because there is large unserviced market altogether. But yes, I know Arabic, but that's a hard market because I need to get those consultants and so on running. But that's possible. Next phase could be just servicing markets like Arabic because Middle East market is very huge.
How many languages do both of you collectively speak, which are non-English?
Hindi, Marathi, Konkani, a bit of Kannada, and a bit of Bengali.
Okay.
So at least three, and read, write. Yeah.
Adding each language would take how much more time?
It took us a month to get a basic alpha version for Kannada ready. It's just to show proof of concept. So if you have a very established, experienced developers, it should take about 3 to 4 months to get a beta product out, and a few more testing because you need to test it in market to get feedback, and then iterate over 3 months to release it in the market.
And what are the total downloads right now?
Right now, total downloads have exceeded at 250,000. But our prime category to way look at it is to actually see how many are actively using it. So this last month is more than 35,000 in last month. And we've seen that people actually, as you see 50% plus people are returning to use it. So for us, that's actually more better way of looking at traction. And they type a lot. So that's the other way of seeing it, that it's actually useful for them.
Got it.
All right. If we have any questions, then one last question is something that we can allow, and then we can move forward otherwise.
How
Yeah, go
Sorry,
ahead.
No
sorry.
more
Go
questions?
ahead. No, you go ahead.
Have you tested the market outside India also, maybe with expats and the Indian diaspora outside?
Yes, a large number of our downloads come from US, UK, and there are some as well from even China and Japan. And we do know that they type because we can see those words being created there. But there is no wider survey done. We have done surveys mainly in India because it's easier to access those people
Right.
directly.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
All right, I think then we will proceed to the next entrepreneur. We have Urja coming up next. If Urja is ready, then Sudarshan, then they can share their pitch deck and we can begin.
Yeah, hi,
One second,
can
which
you
one
see
is
my
this?
screen?
Sorry, one second. Urja, what's the company name?
It's Urja.
Okay.
May I start?
Yeah.
Yeah, hi, namaste. My name is Sudarshan Borkar. I am a founder of Urja Naturals, and we are a brand and a business based out of Goa, incubated at Fire. So I'll quickly share my story as to why we started this brand. So I practice yoga myself, and I have been practicing yoga, and I have experienced all of these pain points when you start your yoga practice. One of them is basically not having good products, and as a yoga practitioner, I have always I have inculcated this lifestyle of using sustainable products, natural products, and for that reason, we basically came up with this brand where we could develop products working with manufacturers across India to develop sustainable and sustainable yoga products for living a sustainable lifestyle, yoga lifestyle. Uh, we make products so that this can cater to the yoga lifestyle community and have a very low carbon footprint. So there are various companies who sell products like these, and which lack a little bit of innovation when it comes to approaching these target audiences with very niche and curated products, which we tend to address. So we have partnered with manufacturers across India, where we develop exclusive products made only for Urja, which we would be marketing and promoting to our target audience. So one of our innovations is the cork yoga mat. We made a mat using natural cork and rubber. Both are sustainable and renewable resources. The benefit of having this product is that it provides amazing grip. You do not slip over a mat while sweating. And that is one of the major cause of injury during yoga practice. And like I said before, I practice yoga myself and I sweat a lot. And I've experienced the benefit of doing yoga while having a good mat with me. And that is when most of the yoga practitioners give up on yoga practice, because they cannot experience yoga the right way. So we also have developed skincare oils. These are all proprietary products. These are products that we have developed ourselves. We definitely would file for an IP and have this patented as well. Some new products that we are launching are chakra oils. These are aromatherapy oils, which is now becoming very popular among the yoga community. Is chakra and kundalini awareness and healing. And we have developed a range of products for chakra healing using chakra colors and chakra oils. These exotic oils that we have sourced from across the country and the world, where we formulate them so that the user can experience the aromatherapy for chakra stimulation. So we currently are selling on our own website. We also list on Amazon. We plan to be available on Nykaa, Cred, and also be part of some pop-ups across various lifestyle stores. And we are currently also providing white labeled and OEM solutions to brands, to hotels and other yoga retreats across Goa and India. So we have a team of 3 right now. It's myself and my co-founder Graham Fernandez, and we also have a yoga teacher, a certified yoga teacher with over 7 years of experience of teaching, Shimane Rajan, and she's part of our team. And we are actively talking to yoga influencers and teachers to join our team, so that we can build a good team to build build the brand that we plan to do. 3 minutes up. I was keeping a timer with me, so I thought, yeah.
All right, the time is up now. Sudarshan, very well on time. So we've just been notified about the time being up. But yes, let's proceed to the jury question and answer now.
What are the current sales?
So we have clocked around 60,000 rupees so far in a month, or in 6 months that we went live with sales. And this is all organic. Yeah, sorry.
How many units would that be?
That would be 40 units of the yoga mat and around 30-40 units of the oils that we make. The chakra oils are yet to be launched, but based on what we had done in the past, we have figured out ways to create unique products by having the chakra oils and the chakra mats, and create the whole chakra stimulation with yoga asanas, working with yoga teachers, is what we plan to give like a value-added service to the user, so that they are driven and motivated to buy a product. So I'm hoping that will work in the next couple of weeks.
And how many SKUs do you have?
We have around 22 SKUs right now.
Okay, thank you.
What's the repeat rate for the consumables?
Yes. So right now, since we just started and we have been doing this very organically, we have seen almost 20% return customers, mainly for the oils, skincare oils that we have developed, because they actually work. And since this work and people are now being more receptive to natural products, then we have seen people coming and buying them back, or gifting it for their friends and family. But since we are new, most of them prefer to be, most of them prefer to place the order on WhatsApp if they already placed an order with me once. They don't want to go through the whole process of going to the website all over again. So we're trying to figure out how we can make that happen for them easily.
Robert, any questions from your side?
Any more questions?
Sudarshan, you have any quantified impact or outcomes from a medical point of view? Because
yes, so since the natural products, and we are promoting them as just natural skincare oils and not a beauty or a cosmetic product, we haven't got our certifications yet. We definitely would like to get our IUD certificate and FDA and all of the other certifications, which would validate us as a skincare product to enter different markets, to be part of other platforms which have this as a criteria to be listed on that. But before that, we want to make sure that the product is getting adopted, and they actually audience who is wanting to buy this kind of products. We definitely have other 2 products which are also there, which are selling. We do not need any certifications. So we will ride on the success of each other and see how we can build it sustainably.
Okay, thank you.
What's the gross?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
What's the gross margin on the products?
70%.
Okay, that would be for D2C, and for other platforms that you sell it from.
So we try to keep provide only a retailer margin of 25%. We try not to work with those big 30-40% retailers, third-party marketplaces or retailers, but 25% is what we would offer to our retailers.
Okay.
All right, this was the last question. We are done. Would request Sudarshan to please stop sharing. Just a note before we proceed. Once you're done pitching and we move to the jury Q&A, would request the startup to stop sharing so that we can see all the faces on the screen. All right. So next up, we have Fitness Connect. All the best.
Hello. You can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. You can start. Your time starts now.
Yeah. So hi team. My name is Akshay and I'm the founder of Fitness Connect. Fitness Connect is an honest attempt towards becoming the strongest backbone for all the service providers in the fitness and the wellness industry. So we are actually a SaaS suite for all the fitness centers, trainers, and all the service providers in this industry. And as you can see, our primary value proposition is to help fitness centers in improving retention and performance of the customers and businesses through one-stop solution with our SaaS system. The problem which we have seen is that there's a very small trainer and a user ratio in this industry. The rate of renewal in the market is very less, 31%. The retention rate and the payment delays in memberships is a major source of income leakage, which we have seen in this industry going. 34% customer satisfaction, price performance ratio is also very less. So there's a very urgent need which we have found of an automated solution which bridges the gap between the customers and the businesses, which can increase the retention, performance, and growth in this industry. Okay, now our system for product actually has different modules. It's a modular approach product, which includes the core module, the CRM attendance module, workout tracking module, lead generation module, deep in-center tracking module, etc. Okay. The traction till now is this: we've got 80 plus fitness centers. The retention rate of these, we've been into market for the past 2 years. For 96% retention rate, no one has left us till now. The average monthly run rate currently is 60,000 to 1 lakh currently. Registered users in the software are around 30,000 plus, and total transactions which takes place to the software are more than 1.1 CR. The revenue model is this: it's a SaaS-based system, so we've got fixed monthly and yearly revenue model. And the transaction base is something which we will be shifting with the revenue, with the SaaS suite one in the coming future. Our projections is that in the B2B sector, we want to actually target 80 to 20,000 fitness centers. Primary goal is to onboard popular fitness chains in the country. And in the B2C part, we want to actually target the 2 to 5 million customers, users. The market opportunities we're targeting is 340 crores. Then we've got our action plan is moving towards the technology advancement, product development, strategy, and team building. So I think that's about it. We are actually raising amount of 3.4 CR currently. This is our projections in the next 5 years, which we are targeting around 40,000 fitness centers and 2 million customers. And this is the revenue which we are seeing in the next 5 years. The total revenue which we're targeting is 170 crores. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you. Please.
All right. You have, just for the jury to note, that Akshay has finished his speech before time, and we can give jury 30 seconds extra for the Q&A then. And let's proceed with the jury. I would request the timekeeper to note that we are giving Akshay 30 seconds extra for the Q&A. Yes, you can start. The time starts now. And please stop sharing, Akshay.
Akshay, this is Robert here. Thanks for the quick introduction. How are you breaking even at a unit level? Are you already breaking even, or?
We are a 6-member team, sir, and we are breaking even. I mean, not too good also, but it's a border only. As I said, our monthly run rate is around, it goes to 1 to 1.2 lakhs currently, and the margin after removing all the expenses and all comes to around 10 to 20% currently.
10 or 20%?
Yeah.
10 or 20%? Which one is it? 10% or 20%?
20%.
20% is your profit margin, or is it operating margin?
Profit margin.
So you're already profitable.
Yes, we are, because it's a software business. So the major expenses which we get is mostly into the server hostings and all those things. And my team also is there. Yeah.
Okay.
How do you differentiate yourself from competition? There's quite a few people that offer these kind of services. I know transaction is slightly different, but connecting and aggregating centers and users.
So as I said, this is mostly a SaaS system. So you might compare us to companies like Zoho and all, but Zoho is quite a big company, which is more into, I mean, it's everywhere. It's not just in the fitness domain. So I'm trying to primarily focus in all the specific fitness centers and fitness and wellness domains only. A good example is Zenotti. I don't know if you know about Zenotti. So they've done quite well in the Western market in the fitness and wellness sector. This is something which we are trying to create in the Indian market. They have not been able to penetrate in India, there are some leakages that they have found, which we are actually trying to tackle when it comes to customer tracking, workout tracking, and all those things. So yes, there is a quite a big differentiation in terms of the fitness and wellness services which we are catering than what Zoho and all those generic companies are doing.
How
Who do
much
you
subscription?
sorry, go ahead. No, no, go
How
ahead.
much
Go
sub
ahead.
how much subscription are you charging?
Yeah, subscription model is, as I said, it's a modular approach. We've got it from 1,500 to 5,000 rupees a month. So people who take all the modular modules, they take 5,000. Some people pay 5,000, some people pay 1,500 also. So depending upon the features that they take, we give them the pricing.
Okay.
What is the duration of the subscription? Was I audible, Akshay, Lipi?
Yeah.
So what's the duration of the subscription?
No, sir, I was. Can you repeat?
Yeah, what's the minimum duration that they need to subscribe for?
The duration is monthly. They can subscribe for a monthly also. Monthly, yearly, or 6 months. Yeah.
And where do you get your maximum renewal rates? Monthlies or?
So yearly.
Yearlies.
1 year. Yeah.
When did you go live?
2019. I mean, we all actually are a team of together. We started together engineers. So as soon as we graduated, we started like in this domain. 2019 actually. It's been 2 years, 2 to 3 years.
So everyone is like there with you. Like there's no churn yet.
Yes, everyone. Yeah. I mean, some gyms got closed. Let's say 4 to 5% because of pandemic. The ones who are open, they're still there.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I think we're done. If we have any more questions, then we could go ahead, or else we can move with the next pitch. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, members. Thank you. Next up, we have Trusum. Would request them to come on stage, have their pitch ready, their cameras open, and if you could please spotlight. Ayush.
Hello.
Right. Just a second. Yes. All right, your time starts now. Please note, Ayush, that after the pitch, stop sharing, please. And yes, your time starts now.
So, yeah. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Fire and ESG team for the opportunity. We are Team Trusum, and let's get started. So, we are basically a B2B startup, and we are focusing on the growing trend of food fortification in India and around the world. So before moving forward, let me just tell you what we don't do. So we don't do medicines. Many of people tell us that we do medicines, but we are not into medicines or supplements. What we do is we first find gaps in the food that we eat daily. Secondly, using data analysis and algorithms, we find out plants and seeds that can fulfill those gaps. Third, using slow cooking methods that we have developed specifically for the plants and seeds by collaborating with Ayurvedic Chikitsaks, we remove their bitter taste while maintaining the nutritional portfolio. And thus what you get as a result is a flavorless premix that can be added to any food to increase its nutrient content in same as any other healthy products available in the market. And to see how helpful it is for the manufacturers, I just want to share an incident that happened with us last Diwali, in which one of the sweet mart from where we generally take our sweets, they went to Mumbai, and वहाँ पे उन्होंने देखा कि protein burfi are selling like hot cakes there in the locality that they went. And when they came back to Ahmedabad, they wanted to try if they can make such kind of things as well or not. So they asked us, can we help them? And we just provided them this premix and told them to add it during their sweet making process, and the next day they had like 4 to 5 types of protein burfi. That's so the in short, what we do is 40% more nutrients at 30 rupees. And these are the industries that we are targeting on, mainly because all this there are spending power of people is high, as well as there are new companies going every now and then, and thus our incorporating our product can give the manufacturer a chance to see if they will, if the health product market is for them or not. And for in order to make sure that we our R&D is clear, we have a FSSI certified manufacturing facility, we have NABL approved lab reports, as well as we have a clinical study to prove how much improvement, the 40% increase in nutrients at 30 rupees, is it possible or not? And these tables tell you that. And until now, we have done 50 plus tie-ups, and our revenue is 70K per month. And now,
Thank you, Ayush. Your time
Yes.
is up. I'm sorry to interrupt.
And just wanted to say, last month we did a overseas tie-up with a cookie manufacturer in Canada, and we expected to reach 2 lakh per month by the end of this year, but we have reached like 7 lakh. We will be reaching 7 lakh this year because of the B2B collaboration with a Canadian company. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll proceed to the jury question and answer. Thank you so much, Ayush, for your pitch. Jury, you may proceed.
How do your clients discover you, or you reach out to your customers? What is your market strategy?
So basically our goal is अगर कहीं पे भी किसी को any manufacturer wants to develop a health conscious product into their SKU, we should be the first person who comes to their mind. That is why we have developed, we have collaborated with food exporters in Gujarat currently, who currently export to different manufacturers abroad. तो उनके कनेक्ट से हमें ज्यादा से ज्यादा ऑर्डर मिलता है. And to be honest, our 70% orders are from Europe and USA. Only 30% are from.
आप co-branding करते हो क्या प्रोडक्ट पे? फाइनल प्रोडक्ट पे, पैकेज पे co-branding हो रहा है आपका?
Currently, no. Okay. Our focus is mainly B2B tie-ups, however fast as possible, because there is another concept that we also want to follow, which is provide this premix at the lowest cost possible to malnourished section of India, and which is why अगर हम ये economics of scale apply करेंगे, only then we will be able to reach at that stage. And we are also collaborating with USAID for their program in Karnataka and Madhya Pradesh, जहाँ पे for nutritional rehabilitation centers where they will be giving our premix to the wasted and stunted children. So that is another part of our social part impact, which we also want to focus on, and we are focusing on.
आयुष, आपका background क्या है?
So I have done computer science.
Computer science.
Yes, and I didn't get chance to show my team sheet, but usme I have my father who has done chemical engineering. I have my uncle who has worked in pharma industry for 25 years, and there is another my co-founder Sadev who has done masters in life science. So basically, yes. So basically, it is a collaboration between science and computer and life science. Food. Yeah.
And who's your nutritionist, your diet consultant, the person who helps you decide कि किस manufacturer को किस type का premix best रहेगा या?
So we have a computer model for that. Like for example, हमने जो 4 industries identify की है, उसमें से कोई भी if any person comes, we just need few specific data from him, we feed it into the computer and it will give what are the options we have for him.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much, jury members. We would be proceeding now with the next startup. Would request my team to please spotlight Ritika, and we have for the private limited pitching next. Once Ritika is ready, we shall start the time. All right, let's start. If you could share your screen, Ritika, while pitching.
So hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. I'm sure once in your lifetime you have held a bat or kicked a ball. The journey to reach a professional level of sports in India has a lot of gaps. The gaps which we identified are that it is very difficult for children to reach a professional level of sports right from the beginning of their sports journey. The main reason behind this is that it takes a lot of travel time and efforts for parents, and plus there is a safety and security issue, because of which it is very difficult for children to reach a professional level of sports. To cater to this particular issue, we launched Sport. So we are the first sports aggregator of India targeting residential societies and defining the sports journey of children right from their homes. In India, there are approximately 2 lakh societies in serviceable societies. That means societies which have sports infrastructure present within them in Delhi, NCR, Bombay and Hyderabad, which gives us a market size of approximately $7.4 billion. So we provide professionalism in terms of sports by providing professional trainers and coaches for 18 different kinds of sports within societies. We provide them with the best equipment to provide them professionalism in terms of smooth training within the societies. And we provide the society managers with a platform, that is a society management platform, to maintain transparency and safety of the society management as well as the residents. Through our product, we have defined the journey for users in terms of onboarding them and in terms of curriculum and modules from the industry top coaches and monthly evaluation of students on the basis of the curriculum maintenance. We have defined a journey for the coaches wherein it involves onboarding and verification and better business for them. For societies, our platform provides revenue sharing on a maintenance basis every month and access and transparency of data through a platform for security issues of the society. Our product has a personalized dashboard for every individual or every user, wherein an individual is given a personalized ranking and scoring on the basis of the number of games they have played and won. This maintains a professionalism and a motivation level among children. Now, in India, there are no major competitors except for individual coaches. We provide coaching for individual sports within societies. We started our operations of onboarding societies from the month of May. Until date, we have earned a revenue of more than 5 lakhs by onboarding 3 societies. We are also incubated by Atal Incubation and iNurture Incubation. By the end of year 5, we are looking to onboard approximately 2,000 societies and 60,000 customers. And we are open to open 5,000 new job opportunities for coaches and trainers in India. We have partnered with MMTC, SPC, and GORS, some of the societies that we are working with. And we also conduct sports events as a part of marketing gimmicks to engage more and more society members and to onboard more and more people onto our platform. So that would be it. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. I think we are done very well in time and would request the jury members to begin the question and answer round.
How do you verify the coaches on the platform?
Hi Lipi, we have onboarded, we have partnered with some of the top level coaches in the industry. Like so we are in right now we are in contact with Gopi Chand for basketball, for badminton. In the same way, we are onboarding different kinds of national level and state level coaches. They are the ones who actually do the background verification of the coaches that come to our platform. And we ourselves also do it because my co-founder is a professional Ranji player, so he also does it along with the certification level of each coach that is going to the society.
How many founders?
So we are 2 co-founders.
Okay, and what's your background?
I am an MBA in marketing from Bangalore.
Okay.
What are the hurdles you're facing now in the business?
Sorry?
What hurdles are you facing in the business now?
The main hurdle that we are facing in the business is actually reaching to the RWA or the Resident Welfare Association directly to onboard the societies. But we are still, we have figured out some ways which through which it is happening very like positively, and it is happening like we are not facing that hurdle just right now, because that was the main issue to reach the society RWA, and now we have tried to actually come up with the solution to it. So we are working towards it.
So while training, if there are any injuries and all, who takes responsibility?
So we have partnered with the society. So the injury is the responsibility of the society itself, because it is the society management who takes care of the children that are coming to the society. Now, if there is a coach, which like if there is a problem with the coach, that is our responsibility. So we replace the coach within 7 days.
So do you cover insurance?
Right now we don't, but eventually we will look into it. Right now we don't.
Within the gated communities and the societies, what age group are the people who look for coaches? Are these kids? What's your demographic like?
Yeah, so we cater to 18 sports, and 18 sports include self-defense and gym. Apart from gym, for all the indoor, outdoor sports and self-defense, it's age group 4 to 18 years. And for gym, it is above that.
Okay.
All right. Any more questions from the jury? Okay, perfect. All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. So then we can proceed now to the next startup. We have Aditya from Pro Bono pitching. Aditya, when you're ready, you can start sharing your screen and we can start immediately.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Thank you so much. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aditya Bose. I am the founder of Pro Bono. Pro in English, Bono in Hindi. Initially, it was confused a lot with the word pro bono, which is an English word I did not know exists when I formed this name. And we are a career guidance platform that helps the youth of India explore and discover their passion. So Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, whom I met during an episode of KBC, when I talked to him about this platform, so he asked me that, why didn't you come into my life earlier? Because when I graduated, I was really confused about what to do. So if you would have been there, I would have really taken your help to figure out. So Mr. Amitabh Bachchan figured out that he's really good at acting and wants to do acting at the age of 27. A problem which he faced, I also faced during my engineering, which is what every second or every fifth Indian wants to pursue these days without knowing what it really is. So when I asked my other friends, I discovered that they also don't really want to do engineering. They're just enticed by the money and societal status that is promised to them after engineering. So, and this is a problem across India. 50% of India's population is below the age of 25. This half of India's population faces three major problems: high school dropouts, especially in the rural areas, unemployability and unemployment, and job dissatisfaction. The numbers are given here. So the root cause of all of these three problems, the biggest root cause is the lack of career guidance at high school level. Students, when they have to make the career choice, they don't have any experience in decision making, and they base it on societal stereotypes or parental unfulfilled dreams, because of which they are uninterested in their career options and hence don't practice, don't learn enough to become employable. And even before that, sometimes in school only they drop out. The ratio of career counselors to students in India is a measly 1:3,000, whereas it should be somewhere around 1:20, 1:30. And to do that, we came up with a career guidance platform which helps class 9 to class 12 students to make the right career choices, to build the skills that they need to succeed, and to plan their career path ahead in a way that sets them up for success. We have a mixture of an online platform having videos, assessments, psychometric tests to recommend them career options, then respective reports. Along with that, we have a base of career counselors and mentors, career counselors who will provide career guidance, mentors who are successful professionals in the fields that the students aspire to be in, to talk to the students and help them make the right career choice and go forward. So when Mr. Amitabh Bachchan took this test, he found out that it was very, very accurate. The first result was performing arts, and we have seen it striking a similar chord with most of our students. About 8,000 students we have assessed, 74% of them started career planning after our program. We have received some lovely testimonials. The market is huge. The competitive advantage is again really big. We have a very nice mixture of online and in person with a highly scalable platform and an effective pricing strategy. We have a revenue model which goes both B2B and B2C. So we work with rural area and urban area students. Our team is young and has a mixture of experience also in the respective sectors. I have myself provided career guidance in more than 100 schools across India. And these are our numbers. Thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to your questions.
All right. Okay, thank you. Would now request the jury members to proceed with the question and answers. Thank you so much, Pro Bono, for your pitch.
Aditya, how do you handle localization?
So, sir, we mix it up. So whenever we tie up with any rural area, especially, what we do is we would send our counselor, one of our counselors there only. So it totally depends on the program. So I'll give you an example with a CSR initiative called JK Lakshmi Cement. We have posted 3 of our counselors in Durg, Chhattisgarh, Udaipur, Rajasthan, and Sirohi, Rajasthan. Every week, they provide a session to one of the batches. So let's say a batch of class 10th in a particular school in a particular village, that way. And then they would encourage them to watch the videos on our platform, complete the psychometric test, and kind of keep doing these assignments. So that's a mixture of online and offline. So usually we assign a counselor who would conduct these one-to-many and one-to-one sessions with these students.
And your content is available in multiple languages?
So right now only English and Hindi. We have done sessions in Kannada and Tamil, but I can't really say that that's like scaled up. So we yet have to do that. But vernacular is in the plans.
What's the plan to take it to other languages, or where do you see the maximum gaps in career assessment versus awareness in the country?
Sir, awareness is really lacking. 93% of students in India, in my target market, know only about 7 career options. In fact, there are 250 career options, 10,000 specific jobs. So awareness needs to be created about career options through counselors, through these videos. So we are trying to appear at a mix. We are trying to come at a model where we can train teachers in the respective schools to kind of use our platform and take it forward. And at the same time, we are also looking to make career assessment a big part of it because, sir, unlike Uber, where they only have to train drivers, which is a very commonly available skill, we have to train counselors. So the more help we provide to them with data, the better it is that they can easily counsel students. So we are trying to give them maximum data through the psychometric testing so that they only have to do a small part of counseling which they can be trained on. So that's the plan, sir. 43% of India speaks Hindi. So initially we are looking to saturate the Hindi and English market. And then along the time, we can go for another 6 languages.
Okay, thanks.
How much do you pay the counselors?
So depends if they're full-time employed with me, around about 20 to 35K a month right now. And per session, the payment is usually 500 to 1,000 rupees in an hour, online or offline.
So what percentage? Like if you receive 1,000, how much would they receive?
So if I receive 1,000, they would receive 500. This model still has to be kind of strengthened. Yeah. And the full-time model is where we get most of our margins, profit margins.
Yeah, Robert, yeah. So at what age you said or what stage are you giving career counseling? What is the prime age?
Sir, a majority of our market is 14 to 18 years of age, class 9 to class 12.
Okay, so at what age will they choose a career? Finally.
Sir, in class 10th, they choose a stream. In class 12th, they would choose a degree that they are appearing for, an entrance exam and the college. And after their 3rd or 4th year, they would take up a job.
So roughly about 7 to 8 years later is what they'll make a career choice, really enter the career.
Yes, sir. One leading indicator is what degree and what college do they choose, and are they happy with it?
So how you sort of forecast what careers would happen in, let's say, 2030, 2032? How are you defining that?
To interrupt, this would be the last question. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, sir, we actually have a research team also. It's a very small team, but we do conduct research on these aspects as well. So like when I was a kid, I did not know that app developer will become a career option because iPhone had just come up when I was in class 7. So similarly, we do our research, and similarly, we keep telling students also about the careers that are going to come up and the skills that they have to build to be eligible for these careers.
So your research is able to tell you what careers are going to emerge, is it?
Yes, sir. We do have a predictive analysis. Sometimes it might go wrong, but the skills that they need will not. So that way they'll be well prepared.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, jury members. We would be proceeding now with the next entrepreneur, humane community. Would request humane community to start sharing their screen and begin their pitch.
Hello, is my screen visible and am I audible?
Your screen is not visible yet, Malcolm.
Come through, rather, please to me.
Okay. It says sharing right now. Is it not visible still?
No, it's not.
It is visible.
Let me do it once
again. It is
again.
visible, I can see it. Just do it again.
Okay. Is it visible now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can begin.
Okay, thank you. Hi everyone. I'm Malcolm Afonso. I'm representing Humane Community Research Foundation. We have incorporated this year only, and our venture is in the idea stage. It's in the initial stage. So I would like to talk about what we are doing, why we are doing, and how we are doing it. So I come from Betalbati, which is a village in South Goa, and in my village, there is a lot of agricultural through analysis of satellite data. We found out that 48% of the available agricultural land in a village is not cultivated. Now, there are many reasons for this land not being cultivated. We have done interviews with the farmers, and one of the things that we came across is that the land holding of the farmers is very small, which makes it unprofitable for the farmer besides the other problem. So basically now what we are looking at is initiative wherein the community grows or cultivates together to increase the profit. Just to give you an example, when a farmer sells rice, okay, an individual small farmer sells rice, he makes about 20 rupees. But when this rice is processed and sold, that rice is sold for 60 rupees per kg. Now the only factor that is that happens here is only value addition that happens is polishing, which the individual farmer finds hard because he has to undergo all the processes. But if the community does it together, this becomes much more cost effective. In fact, it can become 3 times more profitable to the farmer if it is done through community farming. So to solve this issue, we are providing a solution, and our solution is a geospatial database which will help the farmers associations to go ahead with community farming initiatives. So I want to give a small video demo of what it is, what a spatial database is. So we are essentially identifying lands and putting data to each land parcel. So what this will essentially do is, instead of going to the farmers and asking them to apply for any schemes and all, we will be directly able to tell them you are eligible for a particular scheme. So they can directly be notified. Another thing is the farmers association will have inputs such as how much is the available agricultural land, how much is the expected output. With these figures, they can work out their logistics and the marketing strategy and develop the agricultural management plan for the village, which will make their profits grow by 3 times at least. And that's what we are offering. So through this initiative, we will touch upon these sustainable development goals, which are sustainable cities and communities, decent work, economic growth, zero hunger, and others. And our team comprises of myself. I'm a geologist and a GIS expert, and my partner, who is a rural and urban design planner and an architect. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Malcolm, for your pitch. I would now invite the jury members. Malcolm, if you could please stop sharing.
Yes.
Malcolm, you mentioned that you're helping the communities, connect and increase their profits by 3 times. So essentially, what does humane communities get out of it?
So yeah, so first is compiling the database. So basically, because of the small land holdings, there are a large number of farmers, and they all are functioning individually, which is bringing down their profits. So in our village right now, there are farmers associations which have been set up, but they are not able to go about their process. So basically, we integrate all the data in a database, and then all the data that is needed by the association, that is there available at their fingertips, whether it is the contact number, the land holding size, what is grown, what is the expected yield. That data will be at the fingertips of the association, who will take the community farming initiative.
And how many, what is the response from individual farmers to participate and join such community initiatives?
So as of now, there are about 45 active farmers in the village. Okay, and most of the other farms which are vacant, we cannot trace the owners right now. But with this geospatial database, we will be able to do that. And the Farmers Association has given us very positive feedback, and also the Agricultural Department has given us a positive feedback. But since it's a technology, there's still a lot of convincing to do, and that will happen only once we show them some results. So yeah, so.
How would you scale something like this from one village to the next? Because there's a lot of effort involved in data collection, creation, and amalgamation.
Yes, sir. So basically, the major effort happens one time. So once we have the database, then basically it's a question of collecting the field data only twice. That is before the growing season and during the harvesting. So we add all the information of who has cultivated, not cultivated, how much he was able to produce. So the main data creation will happen only one time. So yeah.
How do you validate harvest data?
So during the time of harvesting, in case of rice, there's a harvester which moves around, which harvests the rice, and then every farmer's produce is weighed there and there, and then they take it to dry. So we will be having our volunteers or our employees there at the time of harvesting. So that time only all the data that is required, in addition to what we will collect, that will be taken in the field. So that will happen at the time of harvesting. That's once a year or twice a year, depending on how many times the crop is grown.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Any more questions from the jury members? We still have, I think, 10 seconds left.
What is your revenue model? How do you plan to fund all this data collection and also Humane Community Research Foundation?
Yes. So our revenue model will be basically, one is to create the database. We'll be charging the association because we are helping them. So to generate this geospatial database. And the other thing is we will be providing them reports and management plans. So that will be based on the field data we collect at the time of harvesting. So we will be charging for that also. Right now, this is our concept, but we are yet to implement this. So that is what we are thinking.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, the jury, and a great pitch. Next up, we have, okay, so I think Study by Tech has requested for his pitch to be moved. If, all right, if one oath does not have a problem, then we can begin with one. Oh, all right, one oath has requested. Okay, sorry, we'll go ahead with Study by Tech.
Hi, I'm Parag.
All right, your time starts now.
Okay. Hi, I'm Paragutta. I'm the CEO of Study by Tech.
We are focused towards providing quality education to students who qualify class 12. For undergraduate examinations, entrance examination other than medical and engineering, the coaching industry in India is fragmented, making it just a second, sorry, making it difficult for a student to locate economical coaching with a desirable teaching mode and satisfactory reviews. Students are unable to make educated decisions because their classmates are now segregated into numerous courses. Many students relocate from tier 2 and tier 1 cities to tier 2 and tier 3 city to tier 1 city in a quest of good coaching. They get filtered in the swarms of coachings and enroll based on marketing rather than quality of teaching or the credibility of coaching institute. Teachers, on the other hand, are not best at anything other than teaching, to be very frank. They want to scale. However, they get hampered because of hefty operational and marketing cost. They are always struggling in customer support, in book fulfillment, in social commerce, website management, LMS, etc. In India, 1.45 million students appeared in class 12th CBSE examination. If I talk about one particular entrance exam, that is CUET, that was started in this particular year itself. Around 1.49 million students registered for CUET. So market is big. What we are doing is, as an educator for almost 2 decades, I saw that focusing solely on e-learning platform is no longer a viable solution as COVID has declined. So we transformed our e-learning marketplace study by tech into a two-sided marketplace for all modes of coaching, means online, offline, hybrid, everything. A student can now connect with a teacher and make a rational decision even before paying the fee. And the teacher can now focus on its core competency as we will empower him with our SaaS services. This is our basically whole idea. We are at pre-revenue stage. We haven't earned any revenue as of now. We have around 25,613 views since March 2022 till September 10. Our users were 859. Out of these 859 users, 89% users were new users. We have enrolled around 750 coaching institutes on our platform, and we are focusing on gaining revenue through SaaS model, through obviously commission from teachers, or whenever a class is sold, whenever there is an ad, and such kind of things.
I'm afraid your time is up, Pradak. We would proceed with the jury Q&A.
Please.
You said this is pre-revenue. So what users, like what are the users doing right now on the platform?
I'm sorry, I didn't get your question. Please, can you repeat?
You mentioned it's pre-revenue right now. So what are the users doing on the platform right now?
Actually, we created a listing platform as of now, wherein we have listed all the teachers. We have listed them. So users are coming. For example, you as a user want to search for any coaching nearby you. Obviously, because nowadays everybody wants to go for offline coaching unless there is a situation of time issue, there is some quality issue or class issue. Otherwise, everybody wants to go for offline coaching. So we are already providing the listing platform wherein a student can search a coaching center for undergraduate examination, entrance examination nearby.
But can't they do it directly, like via Google search or something like that? Like how would your platform be different?
Yeah, let me guide you. For example, if I talk about Practo, can't people search doctor on Google? If I talk about housing.com, can't a person search property on Google? The answer is no. Google is providing a very broad spectrum. They do not have any niche market. They do not have any focus towards education, especially. Believe me, their listing platform is pathetic. You try searching, you are sitting over there, you try searching anything nearby you, you will not able to find. For example, search guitar classes near you. You will not able to find them. That's the problem. You will not even able to find it, I believe, in 5 kilometers.
So how, like, what is the reach right now? Like the coaching institutes that are on the platform, they are from which
We
locality?
have listed around 751 coaching institutes. Yes, because I am a teacher of chartered accountancy, I teach CA final, and by God grace, I am considered as one of the top-notch teachers in North India for CA final costing. So the niche area was for CA. So we started from CA entrance level, CA foundation, and we have already enrolled around 751 coaching centers for CA foundation. We are going to enroll about CUET, about CLAT, everything in a upcoming time period.
Any more questions from the jury members?
One more thing, if there is time left. See, we are not aggregators, we are actually marketplace. The difference between aggregator and marketplace, for example, if we talk about an academy, they have hired 10 teachers and they are providing classes to those 10 teachers. What we are doing something which is similar to Amazon, which is similar to something housing.com, brokers.com, which is similar to Practo, wherein a person can obviously connect with the doctor in Practo. Here, that a person can connect with the teacher. That's the only difference.
All right, thank you, Parag.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Parag. Your time is up.
Thanks for your.
All right, thank you so much. We would be moving with our next pitch from OneNote. Would request Parag to please share his screen and begin his pitch.
I think it's visible.
Yeah.
Okay, hi everyone. So OneNote, we came up with an oath to empower the education. We want to spread the quality education to all our nation by 2040. So our vision is to provide 100% literacy by 2040. We will achieve zero non-school going children by 2030. We will provide vocational entrepreneurship training to all school going and non-school going students, and de-addiction from mobile and digital devices from the new generations. So the problem is students are facing issues with the study. So lack of quality mentors and tier 3 and rural areas. We are more working on tier 2 and tier 3s. Huge learning gap according to many surveys done by Pratham NGO and government. So there's a huge learning of 3 to 4 years. We will also show the data. So lack of objective learning. Students do not have the right path to choose a career, and also they don't know what to be in the future. And lack of skills and mobile and digital device addiction after the new normal situation also shifted to the digital devices and is leads to addiction. And for this problem, we have to understand why the problem. All the platform are available in this India, like tech platform. They are only providing what to learn, but no one is providing how to learn. So suppose the students from the backbenchers or the average quality, there's a different type of quality of a student, average, below average. So why they are belong from average or below average? They actually facing some issues with the studies, and we are not understanding, we are not diagnosing this problem. So that's why one would come with the solution where psychometric analysis is pretty different from the other psychometric available in the market. We also solve the data, and we are also providing psychometric analysis for understanding the problem they are facing in the academics, and then the smart audiovisual classrooms and AI-based platform, subject-wise, topic-wise teachers for addressing those learning gap and learning gap, and AI as a personalized mentor. We developed a totally new algorithm-based thing. So AI will understand the personality and their daily schedule. By the daily schedule, they will understand the psychometry of a student and then provide the solution according to that. And de-addiction for mobile and digital devices, AI will understand the users of the mobile phones, and according to that, it can disable or enable some timer for this, and it will decrease the addiction level. And parental counseling also. So here is the things. So the data of the students. So concentration, focus. There's a psychometric analysis I can share. So concentration, focus, cognitive skill, retention for hardworking, study habit. We can understand by this, and also the knowledge gap, learning gaps, that dark state and silly mistake, impulsive they're doing. These are only the academics, but here is the data are showing by the many NGOs and the like Potham NGOs. There's a huge learning gap of the student from 4 to 5 years of learning gap. So our product will provide the skill-based courses in regional languages. We are the first time providing the truly regional-based, generic regional languages-based courses. You can find only the bilingual, like Hindi and Bengal, Hindi and English courses. And personalized learning, we are the first time providing building an application that will provide the true personalized content delivery platform by AI. And BotChat will be there for as a AI is a personalized mentor, mentoring the students' growth and consequences, analyze the pattern of the student and direction from the mobile. We are right now focusing on class 5 to class 12 in the governments and private schools, and we don't have any direct competitor right now because they are only focusing on the what to learn, but rather we focus on how to learn. We have the competition from Sanala from Sweden. There's only focusing on professional employees for understanding the learning gap. And we have the low tuition fees and psychometric analysis, de-addiction mobile, and skill-based courses in regional languages. So our revenue generation is 100 rupees per month, and 23,000 is subscribed mentoring and subject teaching.
Suraj, your time is up, I'm afraid.
Okay.
All right, would request the jury members to start with the Q&A.
This is Robert here.
Please stop sharing, Suraj.
Suraj, this is Robert here. Is your breakthrough psychometric, or what is your breakthrough?
Yeah, psychometry and AI together.
No, AI is a broad concept. I don't understand AI.
So actually, we are building the product that AI will understand the problem of a student. We are actually training the AI by the psychometric data. We are generating data every day. So whatever students are doing in their daily schedule, we are gathering the data from here. So we are building this data set by their daily schedule, their behavior, and then the psychometric data using for the AI algorithm learning module.
So your unique tool is psychometry.
Yeah. We are the first time here to understand the problem of a student in school levels, to understand what the problem they're actually facing, what their learning retention power, what their study habit, what their knowledge and learning gap by the year, and also the silly mistake, whatever they're doing, and why they are doing. Actually, a student can say, yeah, I'm facing some issues with math, but why they are facing the issues with the math? What is the actual problem? There's a huge learning gap. Suppose some class student, class 10, he's facing an issue with math. He may be facing the issue the learning gap. He does not know the basic concept of class 5 or 6. There's a limited type, but I can share the data also that what they're actually facing. There is a huge learning gap. They can't even write down the name in the English also, in the school's name. So this is a huge problem. We have to solve this thing. That's why we're building, understand the perfect way. That's why we developed the psychometry.
Okay. So would this product stand alone as a psychometric tool instead of filling the gap?
Yeah, we can understand the problem. No, it will not solve the gap. We can understand the problem. But for the solution, we have to provide them the mentor. We are actually operating in government schools, after schools and before schools. So government school providing the space, we are providing the mentor offline sessions, and they are actually guiding the student for overcoming this problem. Without the mentorship, there's not a counseling type of thing, but counseling is a one-time or two-time thing, but they are actually connecting with the student day by day. So we have to solve this problem. For understanding the problem accurately, we are doing the psychometry, but solving this problem, we have to provide this mentorship as an AI or as a person, because tier 2, tier 3 areas, they don't have the access of the quality retail devices. So that's why we are doing it offline.
So you're doing psychometric of the mentors also?
Yes, psycho of the mentors and the training period. So they are going through 3 months of training. After that, they are educated. So they are going as a mentor. They are mentoring, but we are hiring them as an educator. Then we are converting them into mentor.
What is your revenue now?
Revenue is MRR is 5 lakhs. We had started generating from the last month, August. We have 5,000 plus admissions, and our customer acquisition is 30,000 plus provisional admission also done because of the some school will close due to the puja vacations. We'll start from 1 month later, and it will be 30,000 plus admission will be done.
So your monthly revenue is 5 lakhs now?
5 lakhs, 100 rupees per month.
No, your monthly revenue is 5 lakhs.
Yes.
All right, I think the time is up. Unless the jury has anything else to add, we shall proceed with the next pitch. Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Suraj. Thank you, jury members. We now start with, now request Sportstat to come with their pitch, and someone from our team would be sharing their screen. Would request Sportstat to be spotlighted.
Shall I start, Anayika?
Yes, you may start. If you could
Hello.
please. Yes, please start.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Sheetal. So we are building a fan engagement platform with the name Sportstat that reward fans for their fandom and loyalty. Next slide, please. So before starting Sportstat, I built a community of Roger Federer fans And I have more than 9 years of experience in sales, digital marketing, and project management. And that community that I built was highly successful, and I was able to monetize it as well. From that, the idea came in, like, if I can build a successful community of one player, then why not we can create more communities around, other sports and other players and other teams as well. And about my co-founder, Nikhil Laneja, he has more than 11 years of experience in technology and product. And his last company got acquired by Aspiring Minds. And a few of his apps were among the top apps in India. Next slide, please. Talking about this market opportunity, yes, sports is an emerging market. There are more than 320 billion fans, I mean, like of football and cricket in Asia only. And if you look at the numbers, there are more than 340 million fans in Asia, which clearly shows Asia is the global dominance for sports. Next slide, please. Let's talk about the problems. Sports fans do a lot of things out of their love and passion for their favorite teams, clubs, and players, but there is lack of there is no mechanism that reward fans for their loyalty and fandom. So we have, and also another part of the problem is poor match experience. Like sitting at home, if I'm traveling to a stadium, I don't know whether I will get a parking slot or not. Still, I mean, like in India, the food doesn't get delivered at the seats. We started with the fans only, but another part of the problem that we realized by building sports start is there were a lot of upcoming talent, a lot of upcoming athletes. They were coming to us, to our platform, and they were asking for some, kind of the opportunities and resources to grow in their careers. And also they were looking to have their own fan base, which was very difficult for them to have on other platform. And more than the visibility, the resources, I mean, like they came to us for the resources and the opportunities they were seeking to grow in their careers. Next slide, please. So at SportsSet, what we are doing is, like, every activity the fan does on the platform, he gets some coins, and those coins can be redeemed in purchasing the merchandise, tickets, and all those sort of things. So basically, we are building a robust reward mechanism to reward the fan loyalty. And also, we are helping the upcoming talent with the resources and opportunities. Like, we are inviting, we are telling these athletes to, put all your journey, whatever, I mean, like they are doing on the app, and we are also, partnering with some sponsors as well, if they can look at the talent and help them in, sponsoring. Because the major problem that, the upcoming athletes, the new athletes are facing in growing their careers. Another part is like we are basically like a fan-centric platform. So the whole idea is to, show a personalized content to the audience. So based on the data-driven insights, our goal is to personalize the fan experience. And all in all, I mean, like we are converging this content, commerce, and community at one platform. This is how we are solving this problem. Next slide,
Sheetal,
please.
your time is up. Your time is up, Sheetal. Your time is up.
Okay.
All right. Would request the jury to begin with the question and answers round.
How does the revenue generation happen here? What's the business model?
Ma'am, like we are already selling merchandise. Yes, ma'am. There are three parts to it. There are majorly three streams. One is like B2C, in which we are selling the sports merchandise, which we are already doing. Our last month sale was 3 lakhs per month. And this year, I mean, like till September, we have clocked in a revenue of 5 lakhs till now, I mean, like 21st September. And another part is like we are partnering with this hospitality companies. There is a segment which is a subsidiary of Dream 11. What they do is like, they provide travel experiences. So what they approached us and they said, I mean, if you can, if someone wants to travel to the World Cup, you can sell tickets. We will give the exclusive discount to the fans on your platform, and also they are giving us the commissions. So that's one part, and also like sports coaching, another part. And once the platform gets big, then of course in-app store and of course advertising will be going to be that part of it. But initially we have started with merchandise sales and partnership with these companies.
And how many people are on the platform right now?
Currently, ma'am, our app have close to 9,000 downloads, but the monthly active users is close to 1,500 to 1,700 users, monthly active users.
What's the seasonality of usage given sports? Sometimes they happen. Certain sports happen in certain seasons.
Agreed, sir. So that's very interesting question. So, sir, we are a multi-sports app, like like we tennis, football, cricket, and we started with 4 sports. But eventually we realized, like, sports is basically like a seasonal thing, like you said. Like what happens is like, during IPL, the fans get really excited, but once the season is over, they get cybernated. So this is the trend we have also seen in the app. So for to make sure that the fans are continuously engaging on the app, so we have to work really hard on the content. But one thing that we have realized is diehard fans are continuously seeking for the new content, like behind the scenes, what other players are doing. If we are also creating some sort of stories in terms of the content marketing, like how these players have come up from very humble background and reached to that level. So these are the things that are continuously engaging the fans on our app. So these are the things that we are trying to do to make sure that like fans are engaged on that, because we do understand that sports is a seasonal thing. Yeah.
What do you think will make this model financially viable?
Yes, sir. So, yeah. So we are building communities on app. So like in our case, what will happen is like, but still it is like there, the cost of acquisition, like the people who will be purchasing on our, like people are coming for the content, but they will stay for the community. And if they are staying for the community, so, and also like the commerce part that we've already introduced on the app, so they are purchasing it. So our cost of the CAC is very low in our case, because the only thing is that we have to work more on the content marketing. Once it's get viral, and if the people start coming on the platform, we don't have to work hard on doing the sales, because within the community people will be looking at this merchandise thing and other sort of things they can easily purchase.
All right,
So,
I
at
think
our platform.
We are done with the questions, unless there's something that the jury members would like to ask importantly. All right, so then I would request Omnatic to come next and give their pitch. The floor is yours.
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sudhanshu Shekhar, and I'm representing Omnitic Systems Private Limited. We are basically an electronics design and manufacturing company. Not an area where a lot has been happening in India for quite some time. But what we do is important and interesting. We actually design and manufacture electronics that goes inside toys. So for example, remote control cars, drones, or simple toys for infants, or the science and technology learning toys, etc. We've got into that space having done a lot of research on why we want to do that, and I'll just try to highlight that. So toys globally is $100 billion market, and India still just does 1% of it. We're expecting, and 85% of the toys that we see in India are imported. We unfortunately do not make toys in India. Last year, about a year and a half back, Government of India banned import of toys, forcing everybody in India who were importing toys, I mean the dealers, distributors, to start manufacturing, and that has really started coming up well. We focus on providing those manufacturers the electronics that goes inside it to make them operate. Yes, of course, for us, the biggest competitor is the Chinese market or the other Asian countries who actually have quite a lot of price advantage against us. As I said, I mean, if you look at the entire market as such, it's huge, and it's expected to double up by 23, 24. And we're trying to capture that as much as possible. In terms of revenue, we started operating about a year back. We closed at about 1.65 crores of revenue last year. We're looking at the projection in next 5 years from going from 5 crores to 42 crores, given the kind of funding that we're looking at. By the way, we recently got also funded by Startup India, which has helped us set up our dedicated assembly line that works for the toys industry only, which is helping us at least go closer to the prices that we see coming from the Chinese market. Some of the interesting things that today we almost supplying to all large toy brands in India, especially the ones who dominate the market. I would say our top 4 customers would be supplying 50% of toys in India. We as a team, yes, I come myself with a background of having worked in consulting at Ernst & Young for a long time. I was a CEO at a fintech company before I got into this. My partner is a pure techie. He comes from electronic design background, and both of us actually are classmates from school, and we just came together about a year back to start this. From a team perspective, we've tried to manage all aspects of what goes into these things. So electronics, embedded software, as well as mechanical design is what we cover from a team perspective.
All right. Your time is up, I'm afraid.
Sure.
Yeah, you can take up the rest with the Q&A.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, I can stop sharing.
Yeah, thank you.
This is Robert here. You have a manufacturing setup?
Yes. We recently set up this electronics assembly line with help from Fire Goa. We received some funding from them for that.
Okay. So as you scale up your assembly line, will need to scale up.
Yes, we need to scale up the assembly line. We need to spend quite a lot of money on marketing and reaching out to the global players or global markets, because if you look at the toy market, globally is actually dominated by 5 or 6 large players who are a little tough to crack, and they've got bases in China where they're actually sourcing from.
Do you have pricing power, or your customers have the pricing? Do you have the pricing power, or your customers have the pricing power?
Okay, so there's always this competition or comparison with what China offers to them. But yes, lately we have been able to convince our customers, proving that their quality is better and reliability is better. Here, you're not importing from somebody you do not know. So we've been able to demand a premium for our products with at least the larger customers, I would say.
So I have one last question. What is your desired EBITDA margin?
We're looking at about 20 to 22%.
EBITDA margin?
Yes.
In a manufacturing, 20 to 20% is the EBITDA margin you're looking at?
Yes, that's what we plan to, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Sudhanshu, the way I've understood it, you're making the electronic PCBs that go into toys, right?
Correct.
You're not making the toys per se.
No, we're not.
No. So how do you map what? So are you a contract manufacturer for somebody else who's making toys?
No. So we are suppliers of these components to a lot of contract manufacturers who manufacture for, say, Hamleys or Hasbro's, etc. So those are our largest customers. We also co-create some of the new products. For example, Fun School is creating 2 new products with us, where we are giving our design inputs and we would be supplying to them. So that's how we're operating.
How much of what's the life cycle of each of these toys, and what age group are they targeted for?
So these are typically less than 14 years. So starting from, say, 2 years to 14 years kind of age group. So for the younger kids, it's more like sound and light toys, which are more simpler to do. And the little older kids would like some bit of electronic toys like drones or remote control cars, etc.
What's the responsibility that the overall toy manufacturers put on yourselves for e-waste and recycling? Do you have any responsibility towards that?
So from a e-waste and recycling perspective, it's more of the Indian government's compliance that we need to take care of. But from a buyer's perspective, we need to take care of compliance from their country, like EN 71 or BIS standards. We need to ensure in our production process.
Are you compliant?
Yes, we do. We do. We completely manufacture ROHS based products.
All right, this is the last question. Thank you so much. Jury members, thank you so much, Sudhanshu. Now, last but not the least, we have Fun Minds Learning pitching towards the end. And so let's gear up, all of us, for Fun Minds Learning one last time. You have the floor, Suvarna. You can take some time to adjust and we'll start the time. Yeah. So your time starts now. Yes.
Thank you. So we are Fun Minds Learning from Goa, providing gamified knowledge to our young ones. We target the age group of 10 to 16 years children. Software is a driving force of the world today. We have 9 trillion devices, and India is a large base growing for software developers. And just like maths and science, coding is going to be important soon. So out of the 1.4 million programming jobs, there are only 0.4 million programmers available to take the jobs, and 1 million jobs are still empty. A large number of schools are still not taking coding as a part of the curriculum. Problem statement: the fragmented market for young coders, lack of fundamental knowledge, the hefty amount of money that you have to pay for the online courses, and lack of socializing opportunities while the child is only learning coding. So coders basically face a lot of mental illness, and a lot of studies have also proved that IT professionals go through a lot of mental health issues. So looking at all this, coding looks really impossible for students. But here we are presenting a tech company that uses gamified learning to teach the ability of coding to students from 10 to 16 years. With highly affordable rates, we are present online as well as offline, and we focus on overall development. We are present offline in the form of physical learning kits with a 3 level, where level 1 is just a try and buy kit. The insides of the kit are paper-based games, reusable, and can be taught, and everything is based on the curriculum that we have. The best part is we also have the emotional intelligence being covered also in the curriculum of the games. And these are glimpses of some of our online games. The market potential in 2020, the market was $840 billion, and which is growing to 2026 to 2,317 billion. The Indian market is also growing from 42.7, which was in 2021, to growing to $127 million in 2030. How do we generate revenue? We are physically selling the kits along with the digital games, and that's the pricing that we have. Apart from this, we have also connects to B2B, planning for subscription rate, advertisement platforms, and CSR, since we are also planning to reach the unreached. These are some competitors that we have compared. None of them focus on emotional development, and we also do not also have physical kits. The financial projections: we are planning to break even in the 3rd year and grow from the 5th year. Our plans to codify the future: we will be using subscription-based model, changing to community-based platforms, changing to advanced and high skills courses, and we will also be taking up EQ as full-fledged curriculum. This is what we are using in funding. We have currently received funding from Startup India up to 20 lakhs. This is my team: Dr. Chinmay Fadnis, Vaibhav Naik, and Arafat, each with his expertise. Board of advisors that we have. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your pitch. So Varna, the time is up. Now we would proceed with the jury Q&A.
What is different from the competitors you mentioned?
Yeah, so we are present in the physical form of kit. We have this game-based curriculum, which is in physical form. So all of the curriculum that we teach, each concept is having a different game. So the current scenario, the people who are there, the competitors who are there, are using code.org or some things which are mostly arrow-based games. So when you play the games, you will be only using arrows, or you will be writing a full-fledged code. There's nothing in between. So if you don't know to code, or if you can't explain yourself, it's a problem. And here we are playing games like Mario, something similar to Mario, or opening up challenges like maybe you played Escalade or any mobile games, or even Snake and Ladder. So we are making you play the games which you've already played, but we are making you focus on the learning here.
Okay, and what's your revenue, like monthly revenue right now?
We haven't started selling yet, so we are pre-revenue, and we are just to check the market. We had sold our prototype kits in few exhibitions here. We had a huge response for that, and we sold it at cost, whatever we had used it for.
Got it.
What's your regional availability, or where all are you testing it out?
So right now we have tested it in Goa. And we have spoken to a few people through online platforms, since we pivoted during the COVID times in the product form. So the same games we used to play physically with the school children pre-COVID. So that's where we used to charge them only for the workshops. And now we pivoted to a product, and the same thing, same games we have converted into the physical and digital forms. And also the games are not cannot be played through mobiles, because we believe learning doesn't happen really on mobiles. It's only available through the computer.
So how does that change your target audience?
So my target, sorry.
Go on.
Yeah. So our target audience is 10 years to 16 years.
But those who have access to a computer at home, not a mobile phone.
Actually, mobile phone, it's a WebGL game. So the Unity games need a lot of running. So mobiles will slow it down. So if you want to play them efficiently, all this Mario, all these games are meant for computers and, run on machines. So that's what we focus.
All right. Any more questions?
Oh, good, thanks.
Okay. All right. So with that, thank you, Suvarna. With that, we come to an end of, I think, a great lineup. We've seen some interesting ideas coming in. And most of all of you, congratulations to all of you, as all of you are solving some really important problems, something that we promote on our platform. And with that, I would like to thank all the entrepreneurs for their pitches and for their time. We would now request the jury members to quickly move to the breakout room for a round of jury deliberations, after which we would proceed with the winner announcements. Would request all the entrepreneurs to stay on while we wait for the jury to return.
So how do we do that? So we say leave. Okay. Yeah,
yes, you would be invited to join the jury room. You must be receiving an invitation to join a breakout room on your screen. All right. So thank you so much, entrepreneurs, for your time. Now, as we wait for the jury to return after their deliberation with the announcements, we request the participants to wait with us. And we would like to show you a couple of videos that would help you understand ESG movement a little better. We would proceed with the World's To-Do List campaign, an initiative launched during the 26th UN General Assembly. ESG is the official accelerator for this initiative. Let's proceed. So this was our journey of ESG 2021. We would be showing you a couple of more videos. If you have any questions that you would like to add or something that you would like to share, please do mention it on this chat in the meanwhile, while the judges return.
I'm Shivani Dandekar, joining you from the T-Gelf Stadium, the virtual venue where the greatest event in the history of entrepreneurship will be hosted in the week to come. It's got everything you expect from big sport, passion, fierce competition, fans, cities pitted against cities, countries competing against countries, loyalties and support. Keep the energy high as we move closer to the date.
All right. So as we wait, I would request all of you, all the entrepreneurs, to please put in their social media handles. It can be across Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. You can put it on the chat so that we can keep it and tag you as we post and give you updates about the events, and also so that you can stay tuned. Someone from our team will also be putting our social media handles on the chat. So do note that and tag us whenever you are posting about ESG, this competition, or any of the updates that you want to give. Thank you so much. Would request you to please put in your social media handles on the chat. And I would request the team member to note it down. Thank you. Yes, you may play the video. Thank you. We would now proceed for a quick break. In the meantime, would request you to share your social media handles. And thank you so much.
I'm still running.
All right, we have the jury, the much awaited jury members returning back to the event. And I think we would be moving now towards the much awaited announcements. And I just want to say it, we always say it to our entrepreneurs because we truly believe this. Once in the ESG ecosystem, always in the ESG ecosystem. Besides winning this entrepreneurship competition, even though we call it competition, our founder, the visionary Mr. Khemka, always reminds us that it is not a competition, because after all, we all are working towards making the world a better place to live in with our ideas. So it is more of a collaborative platform. We are here to support you, help you, like I said, give you access to a network of networks, and give you a platform to really scale and grow. And we are here to help you connect, help you grow, and provide you with all the opportunities that come our way. So please do not be disheartened if the results are not something that you are probably anticipating, and may the best pitch win. With that, we would be announcing the winners. The winner, we have two winners and one special mention. The first up, we have Trusum winning this Goa Finals. Congratulations, Trusum, very well deserved. And a big round of virtual applause. And of course, Trusum, anything that you would want to say, Ayush, about the event, just quickly in a minute, and then we would announce the next winner.
I just want to say, after COVID, this is the first online competition that I have won. So, and between this span of like 1.5 years, I had applied to round about 40 competitions. Like in उसमें तो अभी तक नहीं मिला था, but this shows that you try and sometime right where things will click. So that is all I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayush. We're so glad we have you here, not only as a winner, but also a valuable member of our ecosystem. Now, next up, we have, drum rolls, Pro Bono as our second winner. This does not mean that he stood second. It just means all of you are winners in your own ways. So congratulations, Aditya. Thank you for coming. And we would like to hear a little bit about the competition, how you felt, what are you feeling, and many congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much, Anahita. I'm so glad to hear. So like Ayush was sharing, even I don't have, a very big record of winning competition. So it's a, new experience for me as well. And yeah, it was lovely to interact with the jury members. It was lovely to be here, a part of this, IPL-like and English Premier-like arrangement of entrepreneurial pitches. And yeah, really felt, like I was also playing a sport for a while. And thanks to the ESG team also, you guys have been really supportive in this whole endeavor. Looking forward to, more such events. And all the best to all the co-participants.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Aditya, for your kind words. We are so glad to have you as well. And now, of course, we have a special mention that the jury members have requested that we sort of put across. And the special mention is for Fun Minds Learning. And this is for you to know that we have recognized you and we appreciate your pitch. Let's have Fun Minds on the screen. Hi, Suvarna, congratulations.
Hi, thank you so much.
Anything you would like to say?
So, yeah, it's great to be here. It was really nice to have this pitching competition, and 3 minutes, yes, and 3 minutes questions was a bigger task actually to finish your answers in the same time.
Right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right. With that, we wrap up our winners. And like this year, our hashtag is Play for Planet. So please, a round of applause for all of you for playing for the planet. All of you are doing some great work in your communities. And we really hope that in a few years, you scale and become, come up to the global level, like, of course, many of you must be striving for. Before we close the event, and it's been a great, fantastic experience for our team as well, we would like to hear a few words from our jury members. If we could have Lippy or Vikrant on the screen. Yes, we could have all three, and maybe we could start with you, Vikrant.
Thanks and congratulations to all the participants. It's been a great 2.5 hours that we've spent hearing you all. And all of you embody the statement that the train doesn't stop twice. There's one chance you get to follow your passion, and all of you are doing that. So great, keep at it. And like Ayush said, if not this one, you'll win another one. So thanks a ton. Yeah, thanks for having me today.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. The pleasure was all ours. We would move to Mr. Robert.
Thank you again. I think it was a good session, and I think you guys have done well. This is a journey. This is definitely not the end. You're still in the race. So all of you, all the best. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your insights, your expertise. I'm sure the entrepreneurs have learned quite a bit, as have we, by hearing all of your pitches and, of course, all the deliberations, etc. I just wanted to inform the entrepreneurs that the rewards and perks packages will be unlocked only after the global finals. Our global finals are slated tentatively to be showcased on the 26th of December. And it is only after that that we unlock, our tech platform unlocks the rewards. However, you have become a part of our community. We'll keep you updated on all the latest events and networking opportunities that will come. Speaking engagements throughout the year, we have them, and you will be a part of the ecosystem. We will communicate over emails. And please do note our social media handles, as we have noted yours, and we will stay in touch. I would just like to thank the jury members. I would like to thank the partners, and thank you so much for joining us in this cause, in this movement. It has been our 3rd edition, and every year we are only growing and learning more and more from our ever-growing community. And thank you so much. And with that, I would take your leave. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.